has become the fourth nation in history to have hypersonic missiles. Only the US, Russia, and China have dared to achieve such a feat. Named by the supreme ruler of Iran himself, Fatah, meaning conqueror, is a spiky, mean, grim, medium-range ballistic missile that can disintegrate targets before the target even knows it's there. With such a weapon, Russia-allied Iran could easily deal serious damage to its US-allied opponents in seconds, particularly Israel, its arch-nemesis. But Fatah won't go unchallenged. As we'll see in some minutes, the US may have a damaging response to Iran's hypersonic missile. On June 6, 2023, Iran's first ever hypersonic missile, Fatah, was unveiled. The president of Iran, Ebrahim Raisi, attended the unveiling. To the president, the missile brings security to Iran and warns opposition countries of Iran's military might. With a top speed of Mach 15, Fatah is not only one of the fastest missiles on the planet, it is also one of the fastest hypersonic missiles ever. Fatah and other hypersonic missiles attain their blurry Mach 5 plus speeds in one of two ways. The first is by being an air-breathing traditional missile that's powered by a scramjet engine as it flies and maneuvers through the atmosphere. Scramjet engines, unlike conventional engines, have no moving parts because they operate by burning fuel in a stream of supersonic air that is compressed by nothing else but the forward speed of the missile. Conventional engines, on the other hand, burn slower subsonic air that's compressed by moving engine parts, not the aircraft's immense forward speed. The second approach to a hypersonic missile sees a hypersonic boost glide missile boosted to hypersonic speeds by rockets, disengages from the rockets, and then glides through the atmosphere towards its target, using lift from the airflow to maneuver. This two-stage approach is what Iran's Fatah appears to have taken, as the approach allows for insane levels of speed and maneuverability. It is this ability for hypersonic missiles to maneuver that makes them truly lethal. All of the world's ICBMs travel at hypersonic speeds. The American Minuteman III, for instance, can fly as fast as Mach 23, but they aren't considered hypersonic missiles. This is because ICBMs do not maneuver, and therefore they travel in a predictable path that interceptors can figure out and intercept. ICBMs also have to fly well into orbit before they face their targets. It's not the same with hypersonic missiles, which basically operate as cruise missiles and only briefly peep into orbit at an uncommon altitude before dashing towards their target. This flatter trajectory makes the journey shorter and gives their targets less time to react. But a hypersonic missile, with all of the gifts it comes bearing, is no easy nut to crack. For the longest, only the US, Russia, and China, fueled by trillion-dollar economies and a flaming zeal to keep one another in check, have dared to field hypersonic missiles. Iran would be the fourth member of that elite group, and it comes at a time when the country seems to need the invincibility that comes with hypersonic weapons. There have been heightened tensions between Iran and Israel, as Israel expresses growing concern of Iran's intentions to reboot its nuclear weapons plans. Israel, a very likely target for Iran's nuclear weapon should it exist, has made it very clear that the country would never allow Iran to have such weapons. Israel's economy minister has advised Iranians to be, quote, deeply concerned. According to the minister, should Iran reach the threshold of almost wielding nuclear weapons, escalation is certain. Still, Iran appears to be reaching that threshold, as traces of weapons-grade uranium have been spotted in the country. Explanations have been made by Iran, but Israel isn't taking it. According to the Israeli Prime Minister, Iran's explanation was technically impossible. According to Laura Holgate, the U.S. ambassador to the International Atomic Energy Agency, IAEA,